Hi, I'm Steve Diggs, and welcome back to Insights. Today I want to talk to you about a phrase that I have used forever and forever. It's the understanding that truly successful people always maintain what I call the BO approach. Well, Steve, what is that about? Well, I can tell you, it's not what you think it is. Now, this is a phrase that I developed, I kind of coined back some years ago when I was teaching college level advertising and marketing. I wanted my students to really get the point that everything in life really depends on this BO approach. And again, it's not the kind of BO you're thinking about. Instead, what I mean by the BO approach is a benefit-oriented lifestyle. This is when we take control of our lives by giving our lives away to everybody in our sphere of influence who needs us. This means we become much more interested in giving than we are in taking. And the curious thing about this, it changes everything. The true joy of life can only come when we begin to understand this concept. I'll tell you what, let me talk to you a little bit about how this looks in the advertising world. After all, I spent some 25 or 30 years running an advertising agency in Nashville. I know a thing or two about advertising. And I will tell you that much of the advertising we see out there fails because it is not benefit oriented. You see, today, the average person in America is probably going to be exposed to over 2,500 advertising messages. And when you think about the times you see, billboards and radio and television and newspaper and magazines and ads on the net and 1,000 other places, we probably do have that much advertising coming our way. Now, what most of us have done is this. We put up pre-attentive barriers to screen all of this junk out because we do not really want to even think about all of the stuff that's coming at us. So how does great advertising really work? I'll show you how it doesn't work. Here's an advertisement for, I think it's a medical business right outside of a major city. I'm not going to tell you where this was at, and I've done everything that I know how to try to get as much of this covered up because I don't want to embarrass anybody. But this is a very poor advertisement because after all, there's so much stuff on it and it's all about the people advertising. They want you to know about them. Well, what do we have? We have the doctor's name up here with his staff together, and then over here we have all of the things that they specialize in, and over here we have another logo, and I'm not even sure if it's the same company or not, but they're on the same billboard, and here we have another list of things that they do, the phone numbers up here, photographs of the products that they sell or rent or whatever they do. And then down along the very bottom, this is where we have the locator line. Folks, this doctor has everything on here except for the family poodle. And you know what? Nobody sees this billboard because they're flying past it at 70 miles an hour. They're worried about their kids. They're worried about their marriage. They're worried about their jobs. And they don't have time to even think about this. So what happens? Very little. Because this is a situation that promotes the promoter rather than promoting the benefits to his audience. Now, what happens when a really great advertiser decides to introduce a new product? Well, they don't tell you about all the delivery trucks. They don't tell you about how long the business has been there. They don't even tell you about how rich they are or 1,000 other things that they could talk about. Instead, they simply speak the benefit to you. Here's an advertisement, a billboard that came up when Coca-Cola introduced a brand new product. This product was going to taste exactly like classic Coke, but they promised that it had 0 calories. And of course, this is Coke Zero. And if you look at this billboard, you'll see what I'm talking about. Here's the promise. Tastes so much like Coke, we should sue ourselves. Kind of funny, 9 words. But the 2 words you see predominantly are these right here. Like Coke, tastes just like Coke, but how many calories? And right here we see a can, the biggest word on the can, or at least the most noticeable word on the can, is 0. Like Coke, 0 calories. And you know something? This really worked. This became one of the most successful product introductions, I should say, of that entire decade. This was successful advertising. Why? Because it speaks to a benefit that many of us want, and that is a good taste without a lot of calories. So here is the big question that we need to end with. What can you do today to simply become a more benefit-oriented person? look for ways to bless and to benefit other people who need your help, whether it's in the business sphere, whether it's with your family, with your friends, whatever it is. Don't be so concerned about what it will bring to you. Don't look at that next person in line as simply a dollar sign, something that you can take money away from, but instead, think about ways to share your life and your benefits with that person. I love what Zig Ziglar used to say. He used to say that you can get everything that you will ever want as long as first you make sure that other people get what they want. I'm Steve Diggs. This has been Insights. Lots of data at the speed of light. I'll catch you next time.